Alhaji Shaibu Braimah.
Okay. Who are your father and your mother?
My late father is Chief Imam of Ughieda, Alhaji Braimah of Ughieda. He was the second Imam in South Ibie at that time. He was an Imam for almost 40 years. The first Imam of Ughieda. He's only the Imam of Biography that was senior to him. That's the Ekawele's brother. My mother is Alhaji Adeeni Braimah. My father married her from South Idera.
Good. Where were they born? Where were your father born? Where were your mother born?
My father was born in Iyoname. It's the old town where we are living before we migrated to this place. My mother was born at Idera.
How did you grow up? How were you raised as a child? How many siblings?
Well, the life, I was born 10th of January 1937. The life was very tough. Life was very tough. When I grew up to the age of 7 or 8 years, when I started primary school, we were going to the river almost 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers from here. There's no slippers, no shoe. In the hot sun, when the sun is very hot, we will cut leaves, put them on the ground, put leg and stand for some time for the leg to be cool. That's in the afternoon. But to avoid that, in the morning they wake up around 3 a.m. to go to the stream. That river is almost here. We call it Towe. It was a spring river coming from the mountain. That was the river Idera was fetching, Ughieda was fetching, and Idera was fetching. So we will go to that river as early as 3 or 4 a.m., come back, come and go to school. Come and go to school. And unfortunately, when you get to school again, they will send us to the river again. That river is at Taochi, where you have the prison yard now. Down after the prison yard. It's at the valley there. So we go and fetch water again to the teacher. Then before we start classroom.
Life was very tough.
It was very tough.
Okay, that was how you were raised up. And how many of you by your parents?
My mother.
Yes.
My mother is about 8 surviving children. 8, 3 male and 5 female. But as today, the next one to me, who was later Imam of the town, Alhaji Braimah, died about 3 years ago. Then my sister, one of my sisters who married at Idera, died too. So she had lost about 2 grown children, but all of them, they have children. There's another one, the lady who died, that one died almost at the age of 10.
Okay. It's among the 8 siblings that you mentioned. Okay. So who sent you to school?
My father. In those days, parents like my father, who married 3 wives, he had a policy. He's going to send 1 child from each mother to school. 1 child from each mother.
Okay.
It's not every child going to school because we were paying school fees.
So you were the lucky one from your mother?
That was because I'm the first son of my mother. So I was the one that was sent. But later, 1955, yes, when I brought free primary education, my junior brother went to school. Okay. When education was free.
Yeah. That's all right. Just give us a brief of your experience as a young student in this village. As a young student, as a young boy.
In this village?
Yes, your experience at the earliest time.
At the earliest time, this village, we have the same cemetery, we have the same mosque. Those 7 houses, 4 were of the same mother and father. 3 were different families.
Yes, sir.
They made the family. Marriage, when they bring cola nut, they share together, bring yam, they share together. Everything we were doing it together when I was small. And the senior man was always in control because in this village, we met a tradition that only the senior man can act as the spiritual head of the Kute. Senior man. But somebody who was born, who was first born, it's called the senior man here. Okay. So the senior man is the one who takes the Kute. So we met it like that. That Ikute is for Ibie Nafe. This Iyoname, and Afeogwime. I say it again. That Ikute is for Ibie Nafe, Iyoname. I didn't say Ughieda. Iyoname, and Afeogwime. They have that Ikute because they are from the same mother and father. Ibie Nafe, Iyoname, and Ughieda. Amana in Ughieda. They have the same father. So Ughieda, the most senior man, is the senior man here will give him the title. He will give him the title. That's a Kute right. The senior man in Iyoname who gives the title. And that Kute title, the people who get down some do not take it. Because we are not the same mother and father. So it's only Iyoname, Ibie Nafe, and Ughieda. Because they are the same parents.
Tell us about your football experience when you were growing up. Why were you called Captain C.S. Braimah?
Yes. In short, I was having bow leg. And that bow leg, I was a very good soccer man.
Wow.
When we were in primary school, I was organizing people in Ughieda. During the holiday, we would play inter-village football. We meet Idera to play, we go to Idera, we go to Ulapo to play, I was always the captain.
You're the captain of your team.
Of my team. Right from primary school, when I got to modern school, I was the captain again. When I went to the college, I was captain again. So people start to call me captain because that is the name they know me. Up to late FY Kaasaraki. That is the name they call me. Captain.
Somebody don't know.
And unfortunately, when I went to work in Nigeria Airways, where we have people that are captain. So I was always keeping that name secret, except you see my file, that's captain, because they will think I'm a pilot.
Okay.
So if you get to my house in Lagos, you see all the pictures I took in secondary modern school, teacher training college.
How you playing football?
When we were playing football, the team, the first 11. I have frame for all of them. For children, my grandchildren to know that I really played soccer when I was young.
Okay. That's very interesting. Tell us more about your father. Say something about your father.
My father, the first imam of this town, was a wonderful man, a person of all faith. He was a tailor, he was an Arabic teacher, he was a malam to the core that were teaching people who later became imam and all that. My father period was tough. They were doing community work during my father's time. Even though he was imam, they were forcing him to go and do community work. So one day, they went to Ekpere after Odo to work. The district officer is the imam of Ughieda. He said, Imam of Ughieda, he do community work. He said, yeah, that's our Lord. He said, should go home.
From Ekpere?
Ekpere Road, they were constructing Ekpere Road. They asked him to go home. That should never take part in community projects. When he was imam, the money for the community that realized from Islam, my father will always say, the chief should not tamper with the money. They will put his leg down. When there's anything in the town, they want to, because they know there's money in the fund, in Malan's account, they send to him, they want to take money, we tell them, no, that money is Islam money. So he was a very strict somebody, disciplinarian. When I was young, I was sleeping in his living room. My father would put coins, that is money, under my mat, where I slept. You know, daytime, I fold the mat and sweep the ground. Whether that money will miss. They will hide the money under my mat. When I'm sweeping, I see it and pick it. I say, Baba, look at money on the ground. He will use every means to test you to make sure you are very honest. He was a strong disciplinarian who liked everybody. When strangers are passing, he will invite them to the house. You know, there was enough food in those days. This banana plantain, if you go to the farm, they are ripe in the farm. Strangers will give them garri, give them food. Some will accommodate them free. So he was a very godly person and prayerful. He doesn't sleep in the night. If you wake up by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., he's reading the Quran. So we so rest in peace. That's his grave in front there. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
He's just in front there. He showed all the place before he died where he should be buried.
And there's something about your mother. We are aware that your mother is still alive.
Yeah, my mother is 312 now. With the great grandchildren are almost 400 now, if not more. When I took the last census, she's the most senior woman at Idera for now. She's the most senior small woman in Ughieda. And today, the son is the senior man in the village. That Alhaji who died was next to me in the village. So she's about 112 now. And I can tell you she's stronger than me. She's stronger because till now she goes to the bedroom to take her bath. She go to her bath, take her bath.
By herself?
By herself. I gave her a cane to use. She hardly used the cane. Like myself, I can hardly walk without the cane.
112.
It's me who told her, Mama, make sure you use the cane because you can fall down.
Use it.
So she's still very agile and the sight is still very good. You can recognize children of 4 years and 5 years when they are coming. So she has another gift. She went to Mecca on her own when she was already old. Although I was in Mecca that year, I assisted her in the camp because I was an official there. I assisted her go to Umrah and Arafat, taking care of her. Then immediately they finished the Hajj. I made sure the first available flight. I asked her friends. They left Saudi Arabia.
Okay, tell us more. Say something about Afeogwime family. And the question is, can it be more united? How? Say something about Afeogwime family.
Afeogwime is made up of 4 ruling houses. Chief Akwetime, Chief Zibiri, Chief Sule, and Imam Braimah made up Afeogwime.
Akwetime,
Zibiri,
Sule, and
Imam Braimah.
Okay.
Those are the 4 male children that made up of Afeogwime. Now, Afeogwime is the time of our father. They were very, very united. My father was the last born. He bought a machine, sewing machine. It's in this room. I'll show it to you.
Wow.
I think it's in that booklet.
Okay.
They bought a sewing machine for him. They said because he's the last born, that he should be sewing the machine and using that to, with an imam too.
Yes.
He's sitting at home. They collected money and bought that machine for him. Then all the money collected, they will share together. They will share together. So then when he was old, he called the grandchildren, the children of his brothers, to come that machine to know whether to sell it or to leave it for him permanently. Then they said that machine should be something like Nakai, that the senior man should be keeping the machine. So the machine is in my room now. They were very united. There was a time, the unity I'm saying, when we settled here initially, that year, when I was already in 1948, that period, people in the next village, Kusomege, they challenged him for building that house. That the house was on their land, that Kotemi. They took him to court. That the land was in their own. The man planted cocoa trees, uprooted them, took them to the police. That's how Kotemi destroyed the plants. They went to court. Then the DO that time, the judge, the resident judge, visited the site. There were coconut trees, about 2 or 3, very tall one. So that judge asked who planted these coconut trees. They said Argentina. He said, but these coconut trees are very old.
Yes.
How are you claiming that you are the owner of this land? Then the judge passed the judgment that those cocoa he uprooted, he planted them and uprooted them in order to protect it. Thank God, before Akotime started that building, he went to the local government to get land allocation. They allocated that place to him. So he tendered that paper. So during that case, those 3 brothers, Ibie, Sule, and Braimah, contributed money. They did not leave the case for him. That man took appeal. He went to court of appeal. He lost. That is unity. We had very good unity. And we are still trying to keep that unity up to now. Because those 4 houses, when a girl is marrying, if you have a girl you want to marry now from our village, if you come, they will tell you go to the senior man. There's an amount you will give to him, and non-alcoholic drink. The other 3 brothers, Ibie, Sule, and the other Akotime, you will go and meet the senior man in each house. You have an amount to give to him. To tell him, I want to marry your daughter. So we do not now, that's still unity. I will not, my daughter and I, if you want to marry, I will not just give the daughter house.
The other 3 ruling houses.
The other 3 ruling houses must be told. You give them what is due to them. So we still have that unity. Like this event center we are doing now, we tax ourselves almost every 3 months, about 100,000 per house, at times 50,000 per house, to raise up the event center. So we still have that unity. You met them here yesterday.
Yes, sir.
The 4 families were here deciding a case. So that unity is still there. Although it's difficult to control because some of them are very violent, which we are trying to suppress. That we are a modern world, that you don't take law into your hand. Thank God they are obeying.
Maybe at this point, I need to know what's your position in the Afeogwime, or what's your position in the
Today, at 2014, I'm the senior man in Iyoname and Afeogwime. Because Iyoname is made of 2 villages. Iyoname is made of 2 villages, which I created through the chief of our town. When we found that when there's something coming together, when there's division, they will give to Iyoname as one. So we decided to split the town into 2 villages. So that when they bring, we will have 2. So that's why we have Afeogwime and Afenokwa. They are the 2 now in Iyoname town. So I'm the senior man, head of Ikute.
Wow.
In Iyoname.
Wow.
That is the 2 villages.
Now, do you have Afeogwime grandchildren, great-grandchildren, both home and abroad, who can complete the community center?
We have.
And what?
Thousands of them.
And when do you hope to complete the community center?
This community center is in the hand of God, because as at Thursday, we just received donation from abroad. paid to Afeogwime account.
Okay.
So the work will soon start now.
Okay.
By the grace of God, between now and 2023, we hope to finish the building because they have a plan to finish the building in 2022, full solar system.
Electricity.
Solar, in case there is no power supply. Put a library, put a computer, which our children will be using.
Okay.
That plan is on
Okay.
from those abroad
Okay.
to help us develop the place.
Okay. That's good. Well, what do you have to say about Ughieda community and their relationship with Afeogwime clan?
They are very hostile to Afeogwime. Presently, they are very hostile to us. The time of our father, Ughieda was united. That is Ozeribe. We have the third person now. The time of Ozeribe, when Akotime was head of the village, my father-in-law, Deputy Chief C, Chief Ayabokere, a host of them that are late. Ayabokere. That is Eso Momodu's grandfather. They were very, very united. That is Ughieda community. They were very, very united. But the present Ughieda politics has divided them. Iyoname in particular, they do not like us. That is the other Ughieda people.
Okay.
They do not like us. I do not know why. You see, because unfortunately, most of us are better than them. Most of the children are better than them. Even those farmers at home are better than them. So as a result of this, as a result of this, most of the things we are doing, they always oppose us. For example, when Iyoname was to be created into 2 villages, they gave Iyoname as a name to the second quarter. Gave Iyoname as a name to the second quarter. They gave us Afeogwime. They took Iyoname. So I oppose it. That Iyoname is a general name. Even if we have 20 quarters here, Iyoname will remain. They are all from Iyoname. I approached the chief, several letters I wrote to him. It's not good. You can't give Iyoname to a quarter. It's a general name. He did not accept it. Until I took appeal, I went to the most highest chief, Chief Idera. God bless him. Barrister Idera, who is the chief of the whole of South Ibie. I took an appeal to him. He invited all the chiefs of South Ibie to deliberate on the matter. That day, he told him, when he was in primary school, he visited Iyoname. When he was in primary school, that Iyoname, I've been hearing of it. He came here that time, that it should remain as a general name, not a quarter bearing that name. This thing I'm telling you now took almost 3 months to resolve. A simple thing like that, to tell you how they are against us. Now they created 9 villages in Ughieda. Iyoname is the last. Whereas when Ughieda was Ughieda, we have Ughieda, we have Iyoname, and Usomige, only 3. Ughieda, that the other side. Iyoname, Usomige, the middle one. Okay, when development was going on, they created these Salius people have they created another villages and 2 villages to make 5. Okay. Later they created 9. Out of that 9, Iyoname is the last.
Still
now.
the last.
It is the last now. So that is the hatred they have for us.
Very hostile to
We left that to the hands of God.
Okay, let's move forward. Tell me something about your religion. Islam, native religion. What's your general belief about religion?
I have been a Muslim since I was born, and actually, in those days there was no Christian in Ughieda, not a single one during my father's time. But now, because of civilization, we have Christianity and Islam. We now live happily together because we all serve one God. So this time now, we have Christianity and Muslim, and there's peace in the town. Although before, Muslim will not want to go to Christian burial. Christian will not like to go to Muslim burial. I told them that God decreed that you must bury the dead. He did not say finance about the religion. So we are suppressing that now, that we are one and God is one. We are serving one God. Let us forget sentiment in religion. So we are living peacefully. I'm a core Muslim really.
It's okay, sir. Now you have a very good experience working outside this your community. Can you tell us your experience working in Edo, that's Bende State or Midwest, the Calabar, and then you stayed in the Yoruba land, whether you understand or speak the language?
I was a teacher in Isako, a trained teacher. A trained teacher. I started from government school Auchi. From there they posted me to South Ibie Kingdom. At South Ibie Kingdom, I went to teacher training college in Igwebe.
Okay.
Came back. When I came back, they posted me to Egberi Ugbago
As a teacher.
That year, they said there were too many schools, they merged schools. They brought me back to Fuga. When I got to Fuga, I found there was no water. No borehole, nothing. So I just stayed at Fuga 6 months. Then my father's son was then the local education officer. I complained to him, then he brought me back to Alhaji. Then I taught at Apepe, taught at Abosi school, then came back to Ughieda. That's my teaching in the local government. Actually, in 1970, I left teaching field to join aviation, Nigeria Airways. At Nigeria Airways, it was good. Although the salary was very poor at the beginning, and the salary was low those days, I was lucky to be in audit department. And because I was in audit department, I had the opportunity of traveling all over the world. So, data from Nigeria, all the towns in Nigeria, say Kano, Kaduna, Sokoto, Zaria, Maduguri, Yola, Jos in the north. I work in all those places. There in the south, then Lagos. We have branches in Lagos, Apapa, Tinubu Square, and Ikeja town. We are obviously there, work in all those places. Then in West Coast, like Accra, went to Accra, went to Dakar, I went to Mali. So all those towns in the West Coast, we were having branches there. So as internal auditor, I visited all those places, worked in those places. They outside the country, uh, like Paris, France. I went there. I went to London, went to New York. In Paris, I think in Paris I had a horrible experience. I was in the hotel around 2 a.m. It was like daytime like this. I woke up, I thought I was late in the office.
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
But day was bright like this.
The day was very bright. I ran down the stairs to restaurant.
So that you can eat and go to work.
Eat and go to work. I found there was nobody in the restaurant. I was wondering what was happening. But when I look outside, I was only seeing medical vehicles and police patrolling on the road. No civilian. So I was thinking, well, it may be their time. So I went back to sleep. So I was looking at my time. I thought it was late.
It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So around 5, I went down again to the restaurant.
5 a.m. now.
5 a.m. I found that the cooks were just cleaning the table. That is, I didn't know time that time.
That means the weather was different from our
it's different from our time.
Day will be bright.
Day will be bright. So there they have because they are sensible. If you go to work between 2 and 3, they give you like 1 or 2 hours to go home, to go and sleep. You know, the day is longer than the night. Okay. They have a time you go to your house about 2 or 3 hours. You come back to work again. Or like us, doing straight 8 hours or 7 hours.
You worked in Calabar?
Yes, I worked in Calabar for almost 2 years. Worked in Calabar as a clerk. My first son schooled in Hope Water in Calabar that time. He just started there. It was Hope Water was like Edo College that time. But because I was in Nigeria, I was that influence. I used to put him in Hope Water. But
Ebi ma ro ge gbon na re owe na ti ma ro ge ko na yo we na si me o sen owe na o.
We left India. Okay. We finished in Calabar. I have very many good friends in Calabar today. Very many friends. Very many, all his schoolmates, classmates. They still have association. That time he can speak Calabar, my wife can speak, but I cannot speak.
Do you speak any language?
No, other than English and Isako. I have been in Lagos since 1970. I cannot speak Yoruba.
Why?
Number one, the type of work I was doing. Our office is made up of intellectual people, and these people are Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Edo, mixed tribes. So there's no time you will speak native language there in the office. The Yoruba man will not speak. The Hausa man will not speak, because we mix up, and the type of work we are doing. You know, if you mix up with natives, then you can learn, and if you are rascal, you can pick up the language easily. I did not. Today, my children can write in Yoruba, they can speak, all of them my wife, but me, I cannot. I cannot.
Okay, can you say something about the educational standard of your time and now?
Uh, at time the education was very high because children were very serious. Like me, when I was in the secondary teaching college or higher institution, if I come home because there's no electricity, there's no light, this the one you cook everything, they were not available. You don't have this sun. If I come back from school, I go into the plantation at the backyard, go and rest on the tree, take my book, start to read. Until when it's dark, I cannot see the line of the book I come home. So that's how I was learning when I was in the school, primary school, secondary school. And the education was taken very seriously. If you fail, you fail. But now, teachers even write for pupils. They even write for pupils. Even examination centers, they write for them. When they go to university, the grade they have, you found that the child will not do well. So the education that time was very, teachers were very strict because corporal punishment was allowed. If you are not doing well, the teacher can cane you. But they are bound that you cannot beat any child. You cannot discipline any child. Even the parent will come and arrest you with police. So the education now, the standard of education is falling. Children are not prepared to learn. They are forced to learn. They are forced to learn. Whether in our time, oh, people were serious to learn because you never hear failure. No, 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 no. So we pray that they should bring corporal punishment to school because without corporal punishment, children are not afraid again. They beat up their teachers these days because they know corporal punishment. So the education now, the standard is very, very low, very, very low.
Now, can you give us an update about some of your siblings, your friends and contemporaries? Can you say something about them? That is your social life, your relationship with your siblings, your friends and contemporaries. If you can mention a few names.
Naturally,
Who were your best friends? And
I was not, I was not brought up that way because my father was an imam and we were disciplined. I did not go to cinema, social dance or that, never, never. I do not attend there. So I don't have a record of that. Don't have record of that.
You have a close life system.
It's just my house and the office. My house and the office.
Okay. Tell me about your marriage life. That is your wife. If you are married to one wife.
I think I married at the age of 21. My wife was 16 years. We were attending the same school. Attending the same school in South India. There were only two females going to school in this town. Herself and one other lady. My father bought a bicycle for me, the mother bought a bicycle for her.
Wow.
You can imagine that. My father was imam, his father, Chief Sado, was deputy chief of the town.
Okay.
You see, like prince marrying a princess.
So from the elite.
So
the elite of the community.
So our marriage was tough. It was a tough one, but we thank God.
16 years and 21 years.
21 years. So we were very young when we married and understanding ourselves. She's the only daughter, only child of her mother.
Wow.
The mother was rich too. The mother built 3 houses before her death. And thank God we married and had successful good children. We were able to discipline our children, force them to go to school. and they went to school, and successful. I have doctors among them. Most of them have master's degree. So, because I told them, this world, if you did not go to school, however rich you are, you are second to nothing. That is better you are educated. Because I know of Inu Umoru. He had so many white men working with him, but he could not perform. With what they write, they will give to him. So I told them that the modern world, if you are not educated, you cannot even be a counselor, which is coming now.
So why did you married only one wife?
I married only one wife.
Why did you, compared to even me as a young man?
Why I married one wife? Ughieda, the founder of this village, married one wife. The founder of this village,
Yes, sir.
married one wife. My 1710 or before then. And that one wife had almost, I think, 7 or 8 children. I had about 20 beds. You know, 20. You know, beds. What they were calling bed. If you have miscarriage, they could bed. You count it as bed. Had about 20 beds. That Ogbume, even I did not know him, had a successful family. Successful family. Then I noticed people with 2 wives, 3 wives, there's no unity. The children, even when the father is alive, they have that belief, oh, this is my mother, this is this person's mother. So when I was growing up, I told my father, you know, they used to dash girls to malams. I don't know what you call it. Sadaka. I told my father, if they bring a girl to you, they say it's for me. Do not accept. Because I will deny you and the girl. I told him, even when I went to Lagos, I said, if they bring Sadaka to you, say it's for me, do not accept. Because I will not take. What I saw in people marry more than one wife, my experience I saw is horrible. If you have a wife that God bless you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's okay for you. So I do not believe in marrying more than one wife.
Your career choice, your professional career was teaching and accounting in Nigeria.
Yes, marketing.
Okay, can you give us the information about your choice and your little experience?
I have said just now my teaching experience in this circle.
Yes, sir.
Then I said my teaching working in Nigeria Airways. I have already said that. That I work in Nigeria Airways as auditor, principal internal auditor, assistant auditor, and went to marketing, assistant marketing manager. Then I was the inspector of safety, in Nigeria Airways, that head of security. When I was already the manager or head of security and safety at the airport, to make sure we introduce a system where they were putting bomb in the aircraft, that no baggage will be loaded into the aircraft. After you have been checked in, before you board, you come downstairs, identify your luggage. Only the baggage identified will be loaded.
Okay.
Because
you board first.
No. When they call boarding,
yes,
they call you to come downstairs where the plane is.
Yes.
We bring all the luggage down.
Okay.
All the passengers will come and identify it. You say, this is my luggage, then you put it to the aircraft. This is my luggage, you put it to the aircraft. Because if you put bomb there, you will not take that plane. You know, some luggages will be left behind.
And those days, some luggages were left behind.
Yes. Anyone that is not identified will not be loaded. That time, they were doing the rubbish in the air. So, we actually introduced some sanity into the airline that time.
Okay, let's move on. Can you say something about your observation, development of the character of your children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren, about the successes of your children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren?
Well, we thank God that they are listening to us. They all went to school. My grandchildren, some of them, I have a master's degree.
Grandchildren?
My grandchildren, some of them have master's degree. Because each time I see them, I tell them, your father is educated, your mother is educated. You must make sure you are educated. Try to beat, if he's having master, try and have PhD yourself. So we thank God that all of them are listening and they are doing very well in education. They are trying because they listen to their parents.
What are your general view of the development and progress and prosperity of Iyoname, Ughieda, and South Ibie? What is your view generally?
Well, the development
Ughieda and South Ibie.
Development is, I would say, it's very slow. Why I say it's very slow, if you look around from Yagbe to Ughieda, I do not see any factory. I do not see any factory. And we still have bushes all around. I think we need these people to try to bring investors in so that they put factory, so that there be work for the teeming population. As that of development, it is very, very slow. It's very, very slow. We pray that things will get better with those outside and those within to bring those people who can put factories everywhere.
So that is your dreams and expectation for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your advice for children, especially and the community generally?
Well, my advice is
The advice for your children,
for
specifically
everybody. Yes.
the community generally.
Yes, my advice is do not take what is not your own, because God is looking at you. Do not take what is not your own. Try and strive and make your own. God will bless whatever you are doing. Don't take what is not your own. Secondly, I always advise the youth, do not have sex with a person that is not your wife. Keep off from married women because they ruin young boys. Then I advise youth to go to school. To go to school. Strive and go to school. Because our time, when we are going to school, we have parents. We will go to the bush, cut palm trees, cut palm nuts, sell. You help your father to buy books. We will set trap in the forest. If they catch animal, you sell. It will help you buy your food, buy your clothes. We advise you to struggle, not to wait. If there's a place like this village now, the youth, there are so many. You see somebody working for me now. There's a labor down. I brought him from Ibie. It's an Igbo man.
Yes.
It's an Igbo man. We have 100 people here. Will they work? Will they do the work? That boy is an Igbo man. He's living at Ibie. I advise you to struggle. They should not wait. Once they are grown up, the child is up to, let's say, 18 years, 20 years, they should leave smoking. That ruin many people. Many youths are smoking into drugs. advise you not to smoke, not to follow bad gangs that are smoking, because smoking ruins all society. To avoid drug taking, avoid taking what is not their own. Yes.
That's a good advice. Okay, we'll round this part up by asking you, do you have any regrets?
Say what?
Do you have any regrets?
No, I thank God for my life.
Do you have any regrets?
No, I thank God.
None at all.
No, I thank God. I thank God.
Okay,
I thank God.
that session is good. It's as good as done. We want to find out if Ogwime is Ogwime originally from Auchi.
No, people assume. People assume it's not. It's not from Auchi. It's not from Auchi. It's not from Auchi. It's mother. Mother. It's mother.
The mother of Ogwime.
The grandmother, great grandmother, born by Ancestry of Ughieda, married Afeogwime. Then sent the daughter to marry here, who born Ogwime. People are trying to spoil her name by that.
By saying that
because the mother of Chief of Ughieda and our mother of Ogwime are the same parents. They are from Ughieda. They do not live in Ughieda. They are from Auchi. But since Iyoname they are living, whether they are the same mother, the mother of Chief of Ughieda.
Okay, so who is the father of Ogwime now?
Except I look at my book.
Okay.
I have written that in that book, father of Ogwime.
Okay. But the mother is from Auchi.
The
mother is from Auchi. Auchi. And
they are all the details are in my book and the video.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have an idea of when Ogwime actually settled here?
We will say around 1710.
1710.
Yes, 1710 to 1718. So about that period. Not here. We have moved into 3 settlements before we came here.
We have gone about 3 different migrations.
Yes, because coming here was because of this Adeeni road. Yeah, when they constructed this Adeeni road, I think late Idera, who tried to convince them in the bush, leave that place, come to the main road.
The part that was already existing. So that they come.
There were no people here, so we came just from up there. Those are detailed in the book. The migration, how we came from Iyakwe to where we settled, first place and second place and the last place we are now. They are detailed in the book.
Okay. You agreed to show us your Ikute.
Yes, yes. I want to show you the Ikute.
Once you're able to see them,
show you the Ikute. This is the symbol of Ikute. Only the senior man has it. This is the Ikute.
Okay.
This is the one we give to the most senior man
In the entire
from Ibie to Ugeka. It's this Iyoname that gives that title. These are the Ikute 4 sticks. They are inside.
4 sticks?
Yes, they are inside.
From children of the same father?
No. The most senior man.
Yes.
From Ibie to Ugeka, the most senior man.
Yes.
Who takes the title.
Okay.
There are rituals to be made before it's given to somebody.
Okay.
If there's somebody who want to take this Ikute now, we will find out from the villages that is Ibie Iyoname, and Ugeka. If there's somebody senior to him, if there's somebody, it will not be given to him. Unless we find out he's the most senior person. If he give it to you by mistake, he may not last a year. He may not last a year. So that is it.
For how long have you taken the Ikute now?
I think 2014.
Wow.
Wadrum Communications Niggly.